Okay, so I'm going to ask you questions about your life during service time. So, what was the hardest thing getting used to?
Loneliness. That was your worst enemy.
Uh-huh. You didn't like have friends where
Well,
people...
family and friends are totally different things.
Hmm.
When you deploy, besides staying inside the wire, the enemy rockets, it's basically yourself against yourself because you had to keep yourself occupied. If you didn't, you know, or you were scared, I mean, you can't function.
Yeah.
One of my sergeants told me, the faster you accept that you're dead already, the faster you could function and the better off you'll be, but you'll safer.
Wow.
So those words stuck with me, and they got me through 2 deployments.
Wow. So that was what, 2004 through 2009? Is that how long? Wow. I can't even imagine that feeling of being lonely. But during downtime, what did you do to keep your morale up yourself?
We had a lot of poker games, a lot of barbecues,
Uh-huh.
a lot of gym time,
Uh-huh.
a lot of video games.
How much downtime was there, would you say?
We got to sleep at night,
Okay.
and a couple hours during the week.
Okay. I feel like our perception here in America of the war is that it's just like constant, non-stop all the time.
You got time. There's people that do that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a short-term thing. Like you do it for 1 whole week straight, you're constantly out on patrol,
Mm-hmm.
and they come back. That's
Mm-hmm.
what you guys see.
Okay.
That we're out on patrol all day.
Mm-hmm.
When we're back inside the wire, there's guards out there protecting us, soldiers too,
Mm-hmm.
guard towers and everything, and it's time for us to unwind. So we all take our part.
Hmm.
So it's like a big system.
Good. Okay. And what were things you took for granted that you didn't realize until enlisting?
Just being able to get up and go. Because if you wanted to go somewhere, if you were stateside,
Mm-hmm.
you had to fill out a mileage pass, pretty much stating like, I'm going this far, where one, blah, blah. We had a set amount of miles you could go to.
Okay.
Anything above that, you had to get approval on everything.
Okay.
While you're going over there, and it's a pain in the butt.
So vacation time, basically.
Not even vacation time, like during your 4-day weekends, like Memorial Day weekend coming up.
Right.
Yeah, everyone sets up a pass. Where you going? If you want to go back home to
Mm-hmm.
your state or your hometown, or
Mm-hmm.
you want to take a vacation here, you have to fill out passes. That's one thing that I took for granted.
Were you typically granted that permission, or
Yes,
did sometimes?
typically, unless you were a troublemaker.
Okay.
We had a couple of those, so we had to keep a close eye on them.
Mm-hmm. I've heard stories about friends saying that one time they didn't have enough food and they found a package of expired Pop-Tarts, and so when they saw that, they didn't even realize how much they took food for granted. Was that something you felt too?
Because my second deployment, I lived in a COP. It's not like a forward operating battalion or base.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very, very small base. Just put T-walls around buildings, set up a perimeter, put towers up,
Mm-hmm.
put guard points, and our food would get rationed in every week.
Right.
So some weeks that food was scarce, we had to do with local food.
Mm-hmm.
We had to be, what's the word I'm looking for? We had to be creative, pretty much.
Okay.
Finding food.
Finding anything that would help. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you recall your first days of service, and what were they like?
My first day of service, as far as boot camp or serving in the military?
Let's say in the military first, yeah.
Boot camp and military are two totally different things.
You want to start? Yeah, let's start with boot camp. So how was boot camp your very first day on stepping in?
A lot of shouting, a lot of running, people crying, people hurting, people wanting to get out. It was a scary, scary first week.